Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Goff. Into traffic, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. They're going to throw again. Goff. Completed over the middle. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro, Kyle Hamilton.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. Third down coming up. Throwing again. Here's Goff. It's on target to Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
Well, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, Lions.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Now gone. Screen here for Gibbs. It's inside the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Kate, he just continued showing he can run anywhere and anytime he wants, including to nearly a third MVP award. I love the 4,000-yard passing season, and sure, 45 total touchdowns now. Now it's just getting back to that elusive Super Bowl for the Ravens.
First down, here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar off the play fake. Complete, Derrick Henry. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Jackson off the play action. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play fake with Jackson. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for another Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Pass him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jackson keeping it himself. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's running for it. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
14 yards. That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and goal, they go option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Running behind center with Wright. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Goff. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or 2 shy of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
On first down, it's Gibbs. He's 4A up the middle, and that's about 3. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Williams coming in motion right. From the 32. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
Gain of 6. And it's third down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Trying the sneak here, Goff. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He completes it in traffic. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Short pass brought in. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it, and he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Goff on 3rd. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal, Detroit.
You know, one secret ingredient on these jet sweeps to take off like that, Kate, it's timing. We talk about timing and precision in the passing game, but it's the same thing on a jet sweep. You got to hand it off just at the right time to capture an edge like he just did.
From the gun, Goff. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
This is maybe one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's third and goal. Goff to the air now. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Bates' kick is up and good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They took their shot on fourth and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Another run for Henry. Already a lot of distance to go, Brock, and it's going to be all there for him again on third down as this play stopped for no gain.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Motioning the tight end left. Jackson now on third. Oh, he's going to run for it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Trying to get outside with Henry. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it. A toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
Here's a dive up the middle. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
This is Henry on second. Oh, he trucked that defender. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
13 yards on the play.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens start to fight back with their first points of this game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game.
Ravens 7.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Escapes a defender. Off to the races. Middle of the field. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Throwing again is Lamar. A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Play action now with Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Lamar throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens face a 4-point deficit.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game.
Ravens 14.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 25-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another one for Gibbs. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. Here we go with Montgomery. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Goff. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
To Sam Laporta. A gain of 40 yards. First down, Lions.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To the air on first down. Here's Goff. That's to Laporta again. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing is gone. The throw is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Montgomery is is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Ravens 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. This makes it up to the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Jackson. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens, with some work to do, trailing in this game. First down, ball at the 36. Lamar out of the pistol. Right back to Flowers they go. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll drop this one down for Henry. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. And again, it's Jackson. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Complete to Henry on the check down. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Lofts it deep right side. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Jackson trying again on 2nd down. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now here's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. It's Gibbs on the carry. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Going to the ground again on 1st. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 41. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st down throw from Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He has all day back there. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're going to throw again. Goff. Big game continuing for Laporta. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one and mention the value he can bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lamar off the play fake. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's running for it. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
First down, here's Lamar. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Play action now with Jackson. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he's going to wisely get into the slide. Manages to avoid any sort of contact, but he did start it a little bit shy of what they needed for that first down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
The Jugadores son Isos Pedazos de Venas de Raven Baltimore.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Hill. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Lions have recovered it.
Kate, I am telling you, ball security critical over the entire 100 yards. If you start smelling that end zone, you're inside the 5. Boy, you've got to take care of that ball at all costs and can't let it get ripped free.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. Jackson keeping it himself. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10.
Ravens 21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Craig Reynolds to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, ball at the 36. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. Jukes one defender. Nice run across the 15. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Jared Goff touchdown.
That is what I call empty in the tank right there, baby. Giving him all he had. He's not a running quarterback by trade, but he's creative. He just made him pay.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 21.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he rocks the tackler. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw for Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, Henry. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down, and they go back to Henry. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 21. Dumped off to his running back. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Lamar now from the gun. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10.
The score, Lions 38, Ravens 28.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Goff to the air now. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Goff on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And 3 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying the sneak here, Goff. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
Gain of a yard. And the Lions' 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. So call this a modest gain here, Brock. About 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. The Ravens going to the dime package on this third down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. Jukes out a one-stop. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
From the 27. Hits him on the in route. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. Third down coming up. Sending a receiver left. Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This is going to be a 46-yarder. Bates' kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lamar off the play fake. This is caught, going right back to Andrews. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. You got away with one there.
And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, Jackson. On the move, headed right. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Henry. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down, here's Lamar. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And off now to Hill. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that. He's pushed backwards to the 5.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. 4th down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits his running back. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
From the gun, Goff. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st down, Lions.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
And the Lions 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, it's Goff. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Another try following the sack. Screen here for Gibbs. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. He's back to throw. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Lions up by 6. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. And they'll take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Montgomery. And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Lamar now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Here he goes, one final shot. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Baltimore.